myself doing a problem from the homework of linear programming. So problem number 1, you'll just have to open the book to page 720. I'm not gonna rewrite the problem down. Well, I'll not do problem number 1 or 3 because those are easier, but I will do number 5. So number 5 says a furniture manufacturer makes wooden tables and chairs. The production process involves 2 basic types of labor, carpentry and finishing. A table requires, so let's kind of make a little note here. A table requires 2 hours of carpentry and it requires 1 hour of finishing. These are hours, just remember that. And then it says a chair requires 3 hours of carpentry and 1/2 hour of finishing. And then it says the profit is $35 per table. And the profit for chairs is $20. And then it says the manufacturer's employee can supply a maximum of 108 hours for carpentry and 20 hours of finishing per day. Okay. So then how many tables and chairs would maximize profit? So what we would do is set up a profit true statement. So our profit true statement would be, first of all, I would put variable X. Let's stay consistent. And then our chairs, we'll call our Y's. So we would say our profit is 35X plus 20Y. Well, now we're not going to use anything with our profit again. And then we're going to now set up a system of equations. So then we're going to have to set up a true statement. Well, 2 true statements since we have 2 variables. So carpentry, carpentry, carpentry. So let's stay consistent. Carpentry, carpentry. So that would be 2x plus 3y needs to be less than or equal to 108 available. Finish, finish, finish. So that would be 1x plus 1/2 y needs to be less than or equal to 20. And then we'll say, and we need to be in quadrant 1. So x would be greater than or equal to 0 and y would be greater than or equal to 0. So we want to maximize the profit. So I would get these into y equals mx plus b format. So what we would do here is we would subtract our 2x, then divide by 3. So we're going to have 3y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 108. Divide by 3. So y is less than or equal to negative 2/3 x. Does 108 divide by 3? Yes, 36. We'll get this one in y equals mx plus b format. So then we would subtract x. So we'd have 1/2 y is less than or equal to negative x plus 20. We'll then times it by 2 to both sides. So we have y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 40. So I'll write that right here just so that they're by each other. I'm just rewriting this stuff once again, just in mx plus b format. So then if I draw a rough sketch here, I have my one equation, which was up at 36, and then I have my slope of down 2/3, down 2/3, just doing a rough sketch here. So then I'm just going to write myself a note. This would be y equals negative 2/3 x plus 36. And we're shading below that, so just keep that in mind. And then now I'm going to graph the negative 2x plus 40, so I'm up a little bit higher. And then our slope is a little bit down 2/1, down to a little bit steeper, so like that. We're also shading below. And then we're only shading for positive x, positive y. So for maximum profit, we would find our vertices. So our first vertice is 0, 0. Our next vertice is right there, which would be over 0 up at our lower one, which would be at 36. I should have written down the red one. The red one was y equals negative 2x plus 40. It's just kind of nice to have them written right next to each other, I think. So over 0 up 36. Then another vertice would be right here. So if I wanted to know when that equaled 0, I would say, when does negative 2x plus 40 equals 0? So I would subtract 40, negative 2x equals negative 40 divided by negative 2. So x equals 20, right? X equals 20. So 20, 0 is another vertice. And I want to know when are these equal. So then when is negative 2/3 x plus 36 equal to negative 2x plus 40? So then if I'm solving that, I'm going to subtract 36, add 2x, add 2x, sorry. So we have negative 2/3 x plus 2x equals 4. So if I were to get a common denominator here, I'd times by 3, times by 3. So that's negative 2/3 x plus 6/3 x equals 4. So that would be 4/3 x equals 4. So I would times by 3, 4x equals 12, therefore x equals 3. If you want to solve by a different method, you could get it into, like if you wanted, you could get it into the x, y equals a constant, x, y equals a constant, and solve by elimination or substitution, if you'd prefer doing that instead. But it just depends who you are. So then at 3, I then would plug it into either equation. I'll just plug it in right here. So that would be negative 2 times 3 plus 40. So negative 6 plus 40, right? Okay, we're doing good. So that'd be 34. Okay, so then we also have the vertice of the x value of 3, y value 34. So now the maximum profit is going to be what the vertice that we plug in that creates the greatest amount out. So if we were to plug in 0, 0, obviously we're going to get out 0 profit. If we plug in 0, 36, that would be 35 times 0 plus 20 times 36, 20 times 36. So that would have been 720. And then if we did 20, 0, that would be 35 times 20. So that's $700 worth of profit. And then if we did 35 times 3 plus 20 times 34, 785. So this is the maximum profit, and the maximum profit is that amount of money. So hopefully that helps.